Welcome to another Tool Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about some pliers, but I'm going to approach it a little bit different. I'm going to talk about ones I like, but ones I would not recommend. So there's a couple different kinds. Obviously there's all kinds of pliers, but I'm just going to talk particularly about channel lock pliers like these. And if I get up close I can show you this, which I will before we're done. So this particular pair is a great pair, and I'm going to show you why before we're done. It's adjustable, all different sizes, so you can grab, bigger items and go right down to pretty small. Once you get these locked in, they stay. And again, I'm going to show you the reason why on this particular pair. They actually have an angle to the groove that it slides in. Some of these are straight, and I'll show you some of those as well. But particularly, I want to show you a Craftsman pair that I think are crap. They're junk. This is not them. I'm not sure what the brand this is, but it's a good brand. It's a solid brand. The Channel Lock brand, made in USA. So this is the Channel Lock brand, made in USA. Great pair of pliers. This one here is another version of the same thing. This is a cheap pair. This is by Crescent. These are still handy. They still work pretty good. I'm going to show you what I don't like about them. They're still adjustable. It's just a smaller size. The difference between this one and the one I was just showing you is this just has a straight bar here. So when they ride beside each other to put them in different sizes, there's no groove for it really to kind of, I guess, to describe to you what I'm talking about. There's no groove that it grabs in like this. It's just kind of like straight. So it can actually slip by. If there's a groove, then it's a lot harder for it to slip by like that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. Hopefully the close-ups will show you. So that's the two main differences when you buy pliers like this. Look for the ones that grab, because I'm going to tell you something right now. If you grab a hold of something, something like this, and you're really trying to put some pressure on it, and this slips, which it's not going to right now, but if this slips by that little spot right there, and your finger's in there, it hurts. It hurts bad. So don't waste, and you can see they're stuck now because they're starting to slip by. These are not locking pliers. Actually, I might be able to show you here. I might be able to show you close up here. Let's see. I don't know if you can see where that is starting to slip by. Put my finger there. Oh, look at that. Okay, so you can see that is starting. They're not really grabbing in there. They are starting to slip. So if you really were to reach down on there, that's going to slip by, causing the two handles to snap together and pinch your finger or your hand or whatever might be in there. These are not supposed to lock like that. They're just jamming up. So I use these for lightweight stuff. Maybe I can show you this one grabbed on there as well close up. I can show you the difference. This one will not lock up because of the way it's designed. I'm just going to take this and do a close up here and show you the difference, the angle. And you can see how much of a tighter, it'll focus if I do this. So you can see that's angled, so they grab. They're not going to slip by like the other ones. So hopefully that kind of describes what I'm talking about. So when you buy a pair of these type of pliers, make sure you buy good ones. Don't buy cheapies. Now, the one I would definitely not recommend is Craftsman's Robo Grip. This is also made in USA. I have the two sizes. It came as a set. I've had them for years. Yes, I've used them. You can tell. This one's bent, but I basically use them for junk stuff because they don't really work for, you can't really do any major stuff with them. And what I don't like about them, what you would think you would like about them, is with these, you have to have two hands, especially I have small hands, to get the size you want. You have to kind of open them up, slide it where you want it, and then you lock it in. And then once you're in that groove, you're good to go to grab and do what you got to do. If you have to grab something different or grab it differently, you have to, open it up again with two hands and readjust it. The purpose of these is it's self-adjusting. So if you grab something small, such as something thin like this, it's going to squeeze all the way in and then grab when it gets there. The way it's designed, it grabs. If you grab something larger, then again, it's supposed to grab when it gets there. And I guess it does to some extent. The problem is, many times when you're using these, they don't grab until your pliers are pretty close, really close, and you have no squeeze left. You have no grip, no torque, I guess, with your hand to grab it anymore. You can't, it's so close together, it's not grabbing. So I find myself manually adjusting these and trying to lock it in like that, and then I get around the piece. So I'm not really gaining anything. And then they lock up like this sometimes too. So this one's locked up. So I do not recommend these. I would not buy them again. I kind of think they're junky. The idea of them is great, but sometimes those type of things are not always the best. Can you use them? Yes. They don't seem to have the gripping power up in the teeth here as well. Now these are much newer than these, yet you can see on the teeth, let me do a close-up of this as well, the side and how it's designed. So you can kind of see, let me put this down. You can kind of see, if I put my hand here and get it focused, there is teeth right there on the back side. So whenever this goes up and encounters something, it's designed to go in and then grab. So that's how that's designed. But what I was talking about was this right here. And these are newer, and the teeth are pretty well worn out. It's made by, 4 layers, it looks like. 4 layers of metal, and the teeth are pretty well chewed up for me using it. Now I've had these much longer, and the teeth are in good shape still. They're dirty, but they're not chewed up. So that's the difference. When you're buying a tool, sometimes you can get away with cheaper ones. Yard sales are a great place to get tools, but if it's something that's important, you're going to use a lot, then I definitely suggest save an extra $1 or $2, get a better set that's going to make a world of difference. Because let's say you spent 20 bucks on this and 15 on this. Now, granted, they're a different size, but let's say you you spend about the same amount of money or a few dollars less for this pair. You are going to be miserable with this because those are going to slip by all the time. I would actually rather have this, I guess, than these if these are cheap. And over time they get worse because they get loose. So they slip by even more. So take the time when you're out shopping for pliers. Get yourself a good pair. Get them with an angle. Like I said, this is the Channel Lock brand. It's a big set, for doing some big stuff. I use these all the time. And all these years, they still slide good. They don't jam up. So that's what I'd recommend. So anyway, that's just a quick video this week. It's Christmas week. We just had Christmas here a day or so ago. So I was just kind of a little short on time to make a longer video. But please like the video if you like it. Don't forget, come back next Tuesday. I'll have another Tool Tuesday video. There'll also be a couple videos here that you can choose from. They might be related to something you're interested in. And also don't forget to click on the channel icon down here in the corner so you can subscribe. Thanks for swinging by Shane's Main Shop. Please like, subscribe, and come back often for more videos. Have a great day.